So let's dig right into it. Saleha Properties. Fad Bhai, Assalamu alaikum. I am making real estate content on Instagram. Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullah. I'm making real estate content on Instagram, but I'm not getting customers. Please guide me on what kind of content I should make and how to get more interested. How to get more people interested. Acha. Saleha, Shoaib. I know that you're Shoaib, so assalamu alaikum. Listen, I'm gonna. Yeah, it's been a दो चीजें हैं. एक तो ना, how long you've been making this content, okay? First of all, okay, it's kind of good. There's nothing wrong with this. That you try something and then you go and seek advice on trying to fix it, right? So there's no harm in you trying to make content for 6 months or 1 year, and then if it's not working out, you're trying to seek advice on how to fix the situation, get better at it, and so on and so forth. But I do feel that our what do you call this? Our attention span's too low. Okay, so our attention span's too low. What does that mean? Our attention span means that we're not looking to do what? Wait. What? 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 Our attention span's too low, I personally think, okay? I thought you were trying to signal to me. Okay. I don't see myself on YouTube live, yeah? Okay. I personally think that your attention span's too low, right? You shouldn't be looking at fixing things instantly and being like, okay, how do I start making better content now? How do I start getting people interested immediately? I think what you need to do is you gotta continue making content, and what will happen is you'll see that some kind of content will resonate. Rania, assalamu alaikum. How are you? I see you saying hi, hello. You'll see that some content will resonate with people, some content will not. And you'll also find that maybe content's just not your thing and it's not working for you. Like, this is something that I gotta tell you. Like, long time ago, I'm talking about 6-7 years ago. Ali Asghar, assalamu alaikum, brother. 6-7 years ago, I used to tell everybody, yeah, make content, make content, make content. But bro, I realized everybody's not built for content. Like, this is not me trying to discourage people from making content. It's just that some people are not built for content. Like you want to get everybody to make content. Some people don't want to make content. They're not built for it. So what's gonna happen is, as you're making content and you're not getting people interested, you'll realize that better than making content, maybe you need to just advertise properties. Maybe you're just good at that. Like, instead of trying to make informative content, maybe you just advertise the actual properties, and that will start getting you what do you call it? Like, that'll start getting you people coming to you, so on and so forth. So I think ye jo hai na, 6 months you do something, 6 months, then you start asking, how do I do this? How do I get better? How do I buy? You just started 6 months ago. Maybe you need 1 year before you will be able to get into that zone where you can actually make something better. Maybe 6 months, it's too early, guys. Like, if you start playing cricket and in 6 months you want to become professional, it's not gonna happen. You've got to put in more time. So I'm not discouraging you from creating content. I'm just saying, like, just dig your heels, go further. Maybe spend 1 year. Why am I saying 6 months or 1 year? Because I know this person who's asking the question. Bless him. This is somebody asking a question. I'm seeking. I want to know, how can someone. So somebody's asking me, okay, be blissful being. I'm seeking, hello Fahad Daud, I'm seeking your help. As a landlord, I want to know, how can someone run away if I provide him the consent to sublease? The tenancy contract will be there, right? Yes, it will be there. Is this an exceptional scenario you talked about? Because this can happen in normal leasing as well. The reason I'm asking is, one of the company approached me and is insisting to increase the number of checks irrespective of the rentals. Please guide. Right. Yes. So you could have people kind of like zoom away or run away, even if you got a one-on-one lease. Just that when you're allowing somebody to sublease your apartment, this is not always the case, but it's just my experience that people who are looking to sublease the apartment are taking on some risk. Okay. So here, okay, let's look at the scenario. Okay. One family rents out an apartment. Okay. They live there. Okay. And they are going to pay you rent because that's where they live, right? Okay. Um, it's not their business. Does that make sense? So it's not their business. It's their shelter. So what do we do, or what do people generally do if it's your shelter? They will make sure that they will get it paid because they're living there. Their sons, their sisters, their daughters, everybody's living there, right? Now, what would happen if somebody's running it like a business? How do they run it like a business? They take the apartment from you or the property from you, and they say, look, please allow us to sublease it. What does subleasing mean? Essentially speaking, subleasing means that they're going to sublease it to other people, other so on and so forth, right? Like other tenants, other etc. etc. But this is now a business. Now, what happens in a business if they don't do very well in a business? If they don't do very well in a business, and the business falls, they might actually just leave the country. Sometimes this happens. It's not always that this happens, but the risk exposure is slightly higher. Okay. I don't know if I was able to explain my point. Curious to know if rental demand for one-bed properties remains when off-plan developments flood the market with new one-beds after project completion. I don't know. Okay. I honestly speaking, I can't answer that question because we're gonna wait and see how the market reacts, market operates, and market ends up being. Okay. Independent sources show in the last months that the rental market symptoms of correction below market price. And see, market lowering of 1 month rent free, lowering of renewals of long term rental contract. This year and in 2010, the market will be flooded with handovers of apartments. I think flipping, selling pre handover in a competitive oversupply market may lead to lowering of sales. Do you agree? Do you agree that investing now is not the best time, or in which areas are these symptoms not yet recognized? So here's, I think there's a, sorry, I'm gonna be a little bit. Here's the thing, okay? A lot of people they'll ask me, do you think that investing right now is not a great time? Okay, so let's go to the basic principles. Brass tacks. Is investing in property generally a good thing for people who are not investing their money in other things? Assalamu alaikum, Fahad, how are you? Yeah, generally it is, right? Generally it is. So if it's generally a good thing, then when should you start? Should you start at the time when the market's perfect for you? Which is, like, there's so many conflicting principles here. Which is when the market at its peak drop, right? Okay. If you're a first time investor, you'll never have the courage to invest when the market's at its peak drop. You're just not going to do it. When the market's at its peak height, you're still scared. When the market at its peak low, you're still scared. When the market's going upward, you're still scared because you're still thinking, oh, has the market reached its peak? So let's say like the pandemic, right? Good time to buy. But did you? Because you thought the world's going to end, right? Hi, bro. I show Kai, right? So you thought the world everybody thought the world was going to end, but alhamdulillah, did not. The question is, who are you? Are you a big investor? Are you a small investor? No, I don't mean small in a disrespectful way. Are you an investor who's looking to invest like a couple of million, 100 million, 2 million, 1 million dirhams? And if it's a very small amount, then why do you have to think so much? Relax. Go to the basic principles. Is investing in real estate generally a good thing? Yeah, it is. Okay. Now, There's a saying, when was the best time to plant a tree? The best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago. The next best time to plant a tree is now. And this actually fits very well in the Dubai real estate context, because the best time to buy a property in the Dubai market was 20 years ago. The next best time can be for you now. What you need to do look at is, you're not overpaying for the property. You're buying from a good developer or a good location, a good community. All of those things, if they match, then you buy and hold. And again, if you buy and you're looking to flip, I don't know why. It's just that Dubai's life mein zindagi joint. It's been interesting. It's been interesting because a lot of people have felt like Dubai is supposed to be like short-term, quick money, and just try not to get into that mode and try to buy and hold. And this thing about you also saying like a lot of people are looking to buy and then flip, it's not true. A lot of people are waiting. Oh, when the market corrects, we will be able to pick up units. You Unless there's a severe absolute crash, you won't get units at really cheap price. And then the problem is, when you do get units at a low price, when the units are corrected or the market's corrected severely, you won't have the courage to buy. Salam Fawad, MSA, yes brother. Ansari, how are you? Assalamu alaikum wa alaikum assalam. Here after a long time. Good to see you, brother. Thank you very much for coming back. I have invested in my second townhouse in Damac Lacoons, Santorini, 4 BHK back to back. I bought it at 2.8 million in August. Now it's around 3 million. What is the max potential? The max potential is for you to hold it until retirement, until you pass away, and give it to your next of kin. That is the max potential, brother. Otherwise, we can't tell. Okay. Otherwise, we can't tell. It's very difficult. Very difficult. I'll give you a counter parallel argument. Okay. So people who bought in, let's say, some of the Dubai holding properties, daughters, alhamdulillah, may Allah bless you. The max potential is that you hold this for 10, 20, 30 years, and you just derive amazing rent out of it. Okay. So ideally speaking, 2.8. So let's say in the next, depending on where rent is, from 8, very aggressive, to 12 to maybe 14 years, you get your money back and the price would go up, right? So you get your money back and the price would go up. Now what will happen is, ideally speaking, in 10 to 12 to 14 years, the rent would also have gone up. So now your rent is inflation adjusted. Okay, so your rent is inflation adjusted. That's actually, I didn't think about it this way. The rent is inflation adjusted, and the capital appreciation on the property has also gone up, and you've got great rental income coming in year on year without affecting the capital, right? So hold on to it long term. I think you will do well long term. And this is not my advice. This is my billionaire client's advice to me. When other people are thinking of, okay, I need to sell this townhouse because I've seen prices go in 10 years. Let's say, for instance, you owned a townhouse. They saw prices go from 3 million to, let's say, 5.5 million in 10 years. And these people are now thinking about looking at, let's go and invest in this developer, this location, because people made a lot of money in the after the pandemic in this location, like 3 times, 4 times. Okay, well, they did. Good for them. The reality is, or unfortunately, the situation is, you should have taken that call earlier. Okay, you should have taken that call earlier, because that top developer has a better community in general. Now, here's the problem. That top developer is getting really, really, really beaten down. Not beaten down, but that top developer is being called out for quality now. Okay, but a lot of places, like you go online and check, and quality is being questioned. So the thing is, next 5 to 10 years, I personally believe that quality is going to really stand out. So what was the billionaire's advice for me to give to my friend? Just hold the property. Like, just hold it, guys. Just, the thing is, you guys, like, bless you, you guys want to operate like sharks and whales when you're like a fish. Sorry, no disrespect. Even I can say I'm also a fish, right, Krishna? Right? Like like let's like if I was playing cricket and I acted and I reacted like Virat Kohli, you guys would all be like, "Come on, man, just you're playing club cricket. Like, don't talk to us like you're Virat Kohli." Correct? Yes or no? The problem is, you guys think about in terms of investments as if you guys are big funds, but you're not. You've got a great asset, hold on to it. Build another asset, hold on to it. Build another asset, hold on to it until you start operating this like a business. Right now, sorry to say this, most of you guys are just regular Joe investors. Bless you. No disrespect, even me, man. Like, I don't want to, like, if you have like 5, 6, 7 properties and real estate is not your full time business, sorry, but you're not going to be able to make very, very good educated decisions. So, brother Ansari, if you've bought something at 2.8, now the price is 3 million, but it's a great location, good, it's getting handed over soon, just hold it, right? Just hold it. Like, I can't tell you the amount of people, like, somebody came to me, they sold in Valley at 1.8, now it's 3.5. How many times I told them don't sell? Don't sell, don't sell, don't sell. Okay, well, and now they're like, can you buy us something at 1.8? I can't. Yes, but this developer has improved the quality in this community significantly. Even during the snagging, nothing major is found for the other community. These were low cost townhouses. Yeah, no, so I was not mentioning this developer, by the way. Right? I was not mentioning the Mac Hills developer at all, right? I was mentioning another developer. Okay. No names taken because I don't want to name names. But yeah, so that's good. So now, mashallah. See, this is something I didn't know. I didn't know. Like, let's look at online, right? If you can't find it on Google, you always find it. You will always find stuff on Reddit. That's very good news, brother Ansari. See, because you're pointing out that the quality is very good, and if the quality is really good, that's really good, right? Like, that's great news. Okay, this is not something that's bad. It's a great thing to have. Good quality is amazing. Okay, this, especially in Dubai now, you will see that good quality is going to really win, and we're gonna start seeing reviews coming in, right? So I'm not seeing any people reviewing these apartments right now. Let me see if there's any reviews online. Okay, there are some reviews. Okay, I don't see any. I don't see any quality. I don't see any quality reviews over there on the Mac Lagoons. But if you're living there, you're talking about it. Very few now have been handed over. I'm going to get my handover tomorrow. Bismillah. Contractor G is okay. Shapur Ji Pawan Ji. Yeah. They're very good. They're good contractors. So very few townhouses have been handed over. I'm going to get my hand. Yeah, they're very good contractors. So generally they'll do a very good job. Okay, so let's do some quick fire questions from investors and agents. How often will I actually receive rental payments, monthly or yearly? Yeah, you can discuss this with your management company if they're doing monthly or yearly rentals. Generally speaking, in Dubai, when you do a long lease rental, you will get four payments in over 4 quarters. Okay, so you get 4 payments. This can stretch to 6 payments every 2 months. This can go to 12 payments as well. This can come down to 3 payments, can come down to 2, and can come down to 1. The general rule of thumb is the higher the number of checks, the higher the rental amount. So 4 being the standard. If you deviate and bring it down to 1, you're going to pay a little bit extra. You're going to get a little bit of a discount. If you try to go to 6 and 12 checks, you're going to be able to have the flexibility to pay over a longer period of time, but then you will also have to pay a little bit higher, okay? Agent question. How do I deal with buyers who ask the same questions repeatedly? You answer the same question repeatedly in different ways, okay? If they're asking you the same question repeatedly, it means that that question is important for them and your explanation has fallen short, okay? Your explanation is not giving them what was required by them to make a decision. That means the fault is not theirs. The fault is yours. Sorry about that, but you got to fix this. Okay. What happens to my property if somebody passes away? Yes, your family can inherit it, okay? There's wills and inheritance rules and regulations around in Dubai. You can actually apply for get a will done by a local court lawyer, okay? Should I tell clients about problems in the area or keep quiet? Agent question. No, you should always share with them problems in the area and tell them what potential solutions there are as well, so that they can then decide if it's still something that they want to buy in or not. Okay, so for instance, master plan community is getting still built and the first few handovers are happening. If you tell them that, look, you can actually take this apartment, but or apartment or villa or townhouse, but understand that there are still villas or apartments under construction. So there might be a little bit of construction noise. There might be some dust coming in. And if you're okay with that, then, you should proceed. And then you can point out to them that, guys, listen, in a couple of months, weeks, a year, all of this rain and sunshine and all of this will go away, right? Will go away. Not rain and sunshine, but the construction will go away and it'll get finished. What's the polite way to ask if they can actually afford what they're looking at? From an agent's perspective, the polite way to ask if they can actually afford what they're looking for is to actually understand their full requirements first, and then in a very polite way ask them what's their financial situation like right now. This is a question that this guy used to ask, Jordan Belfort, okay? He says, just out of curiosity, what's your financial circumstances like right now? Something like that. Just out of curiosity, what are your financial circumstances like right now? So instead of saying, do you have the money? What's your budget? Can you afford this? That's very crude. So if you want to say it in a polite way, you say, just out of curiosity, what's your financial circumstances like right now, or financial situation? Are there properties I can buy for under 300,000, or is that impossible? No, it's not impossible. It's difficult in Dubai, but then there are great other Emirates. There are other Emirates which are amazing, Ajman, Sharjah, Ras Al Khaimah, that you might be able to buy properties there as well. Oh, how do I respond when they want to bring multiple agents to compete? Well, you just show them your best side and you explain to them that, look, I'm a real professional. Now, here's the thing. Sometimes some buyers, some landlords want two agents to work together and cooperate and collaborate, and that's fine. And maybe they will say, look, the fees will be shared in this perspective, right? And that's okay. This is an agent question. It's a good question. Should I work weekends and evenings or set strict boundaries? It's a long answer. We'll do it. We'll make a video out of this, okay? Right. So this is something Brother Ansari is saying. Fad, it's very difficult to find a good agent, especially after pandemic. So my tip to investors is to stick to the one you know and trust. Don't expose yourself to many agents. I think we ended on that, and I think you're 100% correct, Brother Ansari. Like, if you expose yourself to too many agents, like, the thing is with agents, bless them, bless their heart, they're trying to make money, right? And there's a standard way of doing business, and most agents who've been in the market 3+ years know how to work, know how to get things done for an investor. The problem is, most investors don't operate in that way, and most agents don't operate with that level of professionalism. So now when you are opening up to a lot of agents, you're almost opening up to like sometimes too many who are going to come in, try to distract you, bother you, right? So what you want to do is stick to a way of working, stick to a couple of agents, and then work from that, right? Hope this makes sense. See you guys later. If you have questions, send them in, guys. Like if you notice, like any questions I do get, I want to show this. I do answer. I try my best to answer. And then we take it from there. Assalamu alaikum. Allah Hafiz. Bye-bye. This is a very interesting client story. One of my favorites. The entire process was a lot of fun. I hope it was a lot of fun for him as well. This gentleman was absolutely new to investing in the Dubai real estate market, and he was looking for the best ROI. Before he ever spoke to me and my team, he had already interviewed a lot of other advisors and agents. Having watched some of my YouTube videos, he ended up signing up on our VIP elite program, where we take people from start to finish for their investments. And then we started the process of doing the strategy development for him, and then implementing and finding the right properties. We found a very good investment property and a home. I wish him all the best. I believe it's about helping the client find the best properties, and we can invest in the client's future.